Ramble.
This episode is presented by DoorDash. Use promo code SITWITHUS for 25% off your order of $15 or more.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of You Can Sit With Us. My name is Maggie, and I am in a full room today. I am joined by Miss Becky.
Hello.
Ariel.
Hi.
Matthew McLean.
morning.
Yes, and Miss Rachel. Hello. I know, it's a full house.
Love it. And our Pixie's back. Miles.
I know.
He's returned.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
We missed you. Did you miss us?
So much.
Guys, last week I walk into the tripod because they're being loud as shit while we're shooting out here. And they're just listening to Keith's synthesizer and drinking weed soda at 10 a.m.
Weed soda.
That's not how You Can Sit With Us goes.
That's
What
not how
the-
You Can Sit With Us
What the
goes.
frick?
Oh, wait. You guys haven't been getting high for all these episodes?
No.
That one's on me.
I just assumed.
I think that was fully Miles.
Yeah.
Wasn't it you who put the weed sodas under
You
their
planted
chair?
them?
But yeah, exactly.
You get a soda. And
Hard
you
day
get
at
a
work.
soda.
You know, hard day at work.
Okay, Miles, what are you going to plant under our chairs?
Donuts?
Ooh.
Ooh.
That would be super fun.
Academy.
Ariel is a horse girl.
I mean,
That makes sense. That would be your drug of choice.
Oh, no.
You guys, we are super excited for this episode because we did something that you've been asking for. You've been commenting about. And TBH, most of us didn't even know really what it was. But we took
absolutely no idea.
Enneagrams. Enneagrams?
Enneagrams.
Enneagrams?
I like how you're looking at me, but I have
How
no
are we choosing to
answers
say
for
it?
you.
How
Enneagram.
How long has this been
Enneagram?
around?
Enneagrams.
Is this something that's been around as long as like Myers-Briggs, or because when I was in college, I don't think that this was a thing.
No. I only learned about it on
I
TikTok.
feel like it's recent, but I'm not sure. Let me Google.
Yeah, what's
the
the
internet.
history of this Enneagram test?
Enneagram.
My results say, trademark at 2003.
2003.
Wow.
So it's at least that old.
It's at least
It's a
20
new
years
one.
old.
Well, but we discussed this before the pod began, and we decided that yours weren't real because they're different from the rest of ours.
I have the official Enneagram
wrong
Institute. The official.
He just wanted it to be different.
Just like my results say, I'm just, really shooting for the stars. Overachieving.
Yes. Yeah. So you get for your enneagrams, you get a number. And
Yes.
it's like a personality test. And then they break down your number into other aspects. So this one had told us about the body, the head, and the
Body, head, and heart.
heart. Body, head, and heart. And so they broke down your personality type, and then they would tell you what percentage of that number that you are.
Here we go.
And for anyone who hasn't taken one before, it's similar to taking one of those like anxiety or depression quizzes where they ask you strongly
'cause we've all
agree
taken those.
or strongly disagree, and they give you a broad
All right.
statement.
You guys, the Enneagram, in theory, comes from as way back as the Pythagorean mathematicians.
No way.
But
Wow.
modern world 1915. And when I asked where does it historical origination of Enneagram, the questions that it prompts me for is who invented the Enneagram and was Jesus on the Enneagram?
Oh, I wonder what Jesus scores
Maybe
for
a 4?
They say he's a 9.
See a 3?
He's a 9.
Wow.
Okay, let's see.
Wow.
Textbook example of a 9 is
Peacemaker.
Jesus Christ.
Nine is a peacemaker.
It says nines are defined by by a desire to live in peaceful harmony with the environment.
Oh.
Okay, let me read.
Sure.
Each of the 9 types of the Enneagram has its own driving force, which is centered around a particular emotion. Some types experience strong emotions, while other types aim to avoid emotions in one form or another. However, whether running from emotions or diving into them, each type describes some aspect of emotional experience. The 9 types of Enneagrams are commonly divided into 3 groups of 3 types each: body, head, and heart. And each of these groups is considered to be driven by a particular center of intelligence and a particular core emotion.
Isn't there like one book that goes into all of this? And if you
I'm
really want to
sure.
dive in, you have to like read that book to really understand your.
Don't they all work that way? I feel like somebody wrote a book and then
that's true,
like
yeah.
it became a thing.
I mean, there are so many different types of tests. There's the Myers-Briggs,
You
there's
took
Strength Finders,
a
there's
different one
Enneagram,
from
there's,
us.
Like different colors, different letters,
Math
different
tests.
numbers. Like there's so many.
Yeah.
So we're just
hard
going
to
to
know.
scratch the surface.
Yeah. Do you guys remember when you were so when I was a kid and I would read like Cosmo or Teen Cosmo or whatever it is, they gave you your numerology. Did you guys ever do numerology?
No.
Okay, if you add the number of your of the month of your birth and the day of your birth, and then keep adding until so like okay, I'm an 11 and a 15, right?
Okay.
So 1, 1, 2 is 2, and then 5 and 1 is 6, and so you add those together, 2 and 6 equals 8. So my number is 8.
What does that mean about you?
So you look it up.
What does it tell
you? look
you?
it up and it tells you like what you are. And so, yeah, so I'm an 8. And I thought that's what this was. I literally thought that's, I was like, oh, well, I'm an 8, right? Because I've been an 8 since I was a kid.
It's your astrological sign, but just numbers.
Yeah.
So what is it? Do you remember what it means?
Don't. But I always thought that it rang very true because 8 was my lucky number. You know? Yeah. So what is your number?
Mine is 16.
So then you add 6 and 1.
Well, no, it's 826.
8, 2.
August 26th. So
Right.
8 plus 2.
Oh,
8 plus
Matt.
2.
Okay, hold on.
10.
Matt, mine is 16.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
you
we
guys-
also have the same Enneagram.
You can
Enneagram.
only
Whoa.
so okay
Oh, it
so
can only
the
be a
numbers
single digit.
the numbers only go to single digits.
So
So if
then
you
it'd
get
be
16, then
7.
you add it together and you're 7.
Oh, then we're 7.
So what's your lucky
Actually,
number?
7 was my lucky number.
See, it totally rings true. Okay, what's yours?
Wait, what is a lucky number?
You don't have a lucky number?
Like you had it on the back of your jersey or,
You're
Stuff like that.
assuming I played some sort of
Like in sports in school.
Like if somebody
I didn't
asked
play
you
sports
to,
ball.
to pick a number, so you didn't play sports
Never.
ball. If somebody asked you to pick a number or something, you would just automatically be like, oh, 8. My lucky number.
No, a number between what and what?
1 and 10.
It's very 1 and 10. When was the last time I was asked to pick a number between 1
I
and
think
10?
the answer is 7.
Yeah, the answer is the answer is 7. Okay,
Your
what's
number
yours?
7?
I don't understand. I'm not really a math person. Mine's
Okay.
525 or
5.
26.
5 plus 2 is 7,
7.
plus 6 is 13.
13.
And then you add 1 and 3. So you're 4.
4.
You look like you'd be a 4.
Is your lucky number 4, Becky?
Does 4 have any significance
Does 4
in your
have any
life?
significance? I feel like I'm at one of those like tarot readers
Yeah.
where they want you to interpret. I'm like, yes.
Just
I went to 4 years of college and I've been married for 4 years and I have
4
4
fingers.
molars, I have 4 piercings on my left ear.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Maggie,
do you
what's
that?
yours?
I'm still trying to figure out how you did it. So 1104. So 1 and 1 is 2
1,
plus
2.
4 is 6.
So 6.
That's 6 my number?
There you go. That's
A
your
lot of
number.
6s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does 6 have any significance in your life?
No, lucky number. My lucky number was 8.
Huh.
I liked it because if it was on a jersey, if you fell over, you're still 8.
That's funny.
I love that.
Maybe you were born too early. You needed a couple more days.
Yeah,
For
You just stay in longer.
yeah, that's true. Okay, well, should we get into our Enneagrams?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Maybe we should guess each other's.
Oh, that's so smart.
Even though we kind of talked a little bit about it, like
Okay.
if you were
Well, do you guys
to
want me to
think about
give?
it.
Do you guys want me to give a rundown of the different types?
Yeah.
I could just
Yeah.
do the.
Just
I'll just
Maybe
read it
do
off
like
the
a quickie, like 1 through 9.
Yeah.
What they
Okay,
are.
so we split it out into the 3 types, right? There's the body types, the heart types, and the head types. And so the body types are 8, 9, and 1. 8s see themselves as strong and powerful and seek to stand up for what they believe in. 9s are defined by a desire to live in peaceful harmony with their environment. Jesus.
Jeebus.
1s are defined by their belief that everything must be in order and by their feeling that they must always be right. Okay. Okay, head types. Head types are driven by intellect and tend to analyze and rationalize their emotions. Head types make choices and evaluations based on their logical analysis and interpretation of things. They are prone to overthinking things. For head types, the core emotion is fear, but this does not necessarily mean that all head types knowingly experience a lot of fear. And for some, fear is an unconscious driving force. So a 5 they're driven by a belief that resources are scarce and they don't have enough of what they need. Whoa.
Oh, poor 5.
I know. 6 are preoccupied with security, seek safety, and like to be prepared for problems. 7s are defined by their desire to experience everything good and pleasurable that the world has to offer while avoiding pain, boredom, and limitations.
I mean,
Don't we all?
I don't want to be a 7.
let's go 7.
My lucky number.
I want no more 7s.
They have a point.
Okay, heart types are driven by their emotions and their desire to connect with other people. Heart types are driven by a strong sense of empathy and their sense of what people are experiencing, both themselves and others. For heart types, the core emotion is sadness, which originates from a sense of disconnection with self or others. Some heart types experience sadness more acutely, while others proactively try to connect with people and circumvent their core sadness. So 2s want to be liked and find ways that they can be of service to others so that they can belong. 3s are defined by their desire to achieve. And 4s are defined by their belief that they are different from other people and by their feelings of envy for what others have. I feel like some of these are really mean.
They are mean. Poor 5.
Well, I think
Very
they
challenging.
said, like at the beginning, they were like, these are supposed to expose your true, like what your deep motivations are so that they could help you with like goal setting and like self-help, essentially.
The things you don't want to hear about yourself.
Things you don't want to hear about yourself.
Right.
Interesting. Okay, so now let's all guess what each other is.
Well, I know some of them.
You know some of them? Okay.
I know
I cannot tell.
I
a
know
lie.
you and I know Matt because because Matt told me already.
Cheater.
But I actually don't know you guys's. Maybe you said it, but
I think Becky might be like an 8, kind of like a challenger
Jesus.
person,
No, not Jesus.
She likes discourse, know.
yeah, 8s see
Yeah.
themselves as strong and powerful and seek to stand up for what they believe in.
Ooh, I do see that.
Right,
I
see
feel
that.
like you
I'm not an
flashed through
8.
my mind when I heard 6. I think it was 6. I don't remember what 6 is. Did I hear
Ding, 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 ding. 6 is
6 is a loyalist.
Deeply anxious about everything that could go wrong in a given situation.
They have active minds which are constantly scanning for danger and creating contingency plans.
Oh no. How many actors are in the room?
Well,
Just one.
I could tell you a few ways I think we will die in this room. Number 1, that TV.
That's fair.
too big.
That's fair. It's too big.
It's too big.
I mean, Becky does remind me constantly what she would do in an earthquake.
Go to your house.
Yeah,
Well, I need to have the plan, and I need
Yeah.
to have those involved in the plan.
You need to
aware
know
of
that
the
I
plan.
know the plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So that I have enough water for you.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
But now we don't live that close to each other anymore. So now my plan is like, go to whatever neighbor I think might have a gun.
Oh, interesting.
I feel like that's where you want to be in the zombie apocalypse. Like, I don't own one. I don't want to own one, but I know people do. And I'd probably want to go to their house.
Interesting.
I'd probably
Run
want to be in
towards
that
the gun.
backyard.
We're not in the purge, Becky. Okay?
But you don't want to show up in somebody's backyard in the zombie
just
apocalypse.
Unwanted.
And they don't know
Yeah,
you're
they're gonna
coming.
think you're a zombie.
Yeah.
Have you told your neighbors with the gun that you're coming?
No, I don't know which ones have it.
Because
I gotta
otherwise
keep
they're
a better
going to
eye
use
out.
their gun on you, Becky.
Oh no.
I mean, I hope your neighbors aren't just walking around your neighborhood with a gun.
Guess not. Though when we were in Texas, the amount of signs that said you are not allowed to bring a firearm into places I was like, you have to be reminded?
They have different laws.
I
Open
hear
carry.
that.
I
Different
was like,
place.
this isn't a noodle shop.
This is a
Please don't care.
Why do you feel the need to be armed in a noodle shop?
Safety.
great question.
Anyway, one step darker. Yeah,
All
I'm a
right.
6.
A 6. A 6. And do you have like a
6.
secondary one?
Well, the body, the head, and the heart have different percentages within. So you could have a dominating. So I'm a 6, but my body, the biggest match is a 1.
Me too.
Ones are defined by their belief that everything must be in order and by their feeling that they must always be right. Truth or truth.
Yes. 6 was actually my second highest one.
I feel like that's such an interesting one being defined by like fear.
Yeah.
The fear of
Sometimes it's
something that's
like
going
a
to happen.
subconscious fear. You know?
Yeah.
And so does it make you want to like prepare all the time? Like are you always I feel
I'm a
like
prepared person.
I feel like you carry very small bags, you know, like
That is true.
are you
I'm often
prepared
Layer with
for
more bags, you know?
I'm often unprepared. There was more other than like the
Yeah.
more than just being worried.
More than just being like a little bunny
Should
rabbit afraid of
we-
everything.
Let's get everyone's numbers out there before we go too
Okay.
deep
Yeah.
into each
Let's
one.
guess Maggie's. Let's guess Maggie's.
Guess what Maggie's.
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
2 guesses.
You're going to be surprised because I was surprised by my results. And I almost wanted to take it again.
I think one, maybe because it's your profession.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking number 2 because that's like the helper. You're, wanting to make people feel better, help them, very like nurturing.
Yeah.
Caregiver.
I
When I was
thinking
hearing that one
caregiver.
being outlined, I was like, oh, okay.
2 or 7
Yeah.
or possibly 9.
I'm a
I was
3.
gonna say, yeah.
What?
A three.
So what's a 3
So who's a 3 in
characterized
here?
by?
Half the room.
Half the room's a 3.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
popular one.
I was a 3 2 days ago.
And now
I
you're something else.
Woke up this morning and I was something else.
Wow.
Your Monday personality is
Yeah,
a 3.
my Monday personality.
I
Your
see
Friday
both in you,
personality.
Ariel.
Really?
1 makes sense to me, but 3 also makes sense.
Yeah.
3, I did take it on a Sunday morning when I was just like knocking out all the chores and doing my errands. So it was a very productive morning. So I was really hitting these submit.
Feeling accomplished.
Feeling accomplished.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like I have to accomplish my chores.
Yes.
Wow, what a narrow group of numbers.
I know.
I know.
That is pretty small.
16333.
16333.
Did you forget that one thing at the store? I know you did, but now you can get snacks, drinks, and household essentials in 30 minutes with DoorDash.
DoorDash connects you with the restaurants you love right now and right to your door. And now you can get the grocery essentials you need with DoorDash too. Get drinks, snacks, and other household items delivered in under an hour. Ordering is easy. Open the DoorDash app, choose what you want from where you want, and your items will be left safely outside your door with the contactless delivery drop-off setting.
For a limited time, you guys can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees for your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code SITWITHUS. That's 25% off, up to $10 value, and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code SITWITHUS. Don't forget, that's code SITWITHUS for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Subject to change, terms apply.
Yeah, I feel like also it's interesting because I've done these before where other people take them about you. So it's like how you perceive yourself a lot of times is different how other people perceive you.
Oh,
right? 'Cause-
damn.
Oh,
And then
It's
also
like your
when
moon.
when you're taking the test, you're sometimes it's not like an actual reflection of you, but your ideal of you too. So you're like, which answer do I want to be versus which answer am I?
I feel like
You know,
I
so
should
it's
have
kind of
taken it with a little more of like, what do I want to be? Because
Yeah.
what I got back, I was like, yeah, okay, I am that. But like,
Yeah.
could
So I
we
think those
spin it?
can kind of skew results a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
But for number 3, they call it the achiever. They give them names in my test.
Oh.
My test.
Yes.
Matt took a special test for
I took-
everybody
I took
listening.
a special
Names,
test
though, too. At the top.
Ours
from the
says
official
achiever.
Enneagram Institute from 2003. And this says generally 3s are effective, competent, adaptable, goal-oriented, ambitious, organized, diplomatic, charming, into performance,
Nice one. I feel like we took
and
the
image
mean
conscious.
one.
You are image,
Image
conscious.
conscious.
You like
Yeah.
making little images. You like making vignettes.
Yes. I think one of the interesting things is it says that 3s exemplify the desire to be your best self, to develop all of our potentials, to value ourselves, and to value others.
Oh, I love that.
You know, so I thought
That
that
sounds
was
like you.
Yeah, that does
nice,
sound like you.
You know, yeah. But then there's other bits of it that are like, you know, to achieve your goals, you know, you have to change course when necessary, do so several times, including changing your career, try different approaches to problems. You value efficiency and effectiveness. And a lot of times that will make you impatient or you'll value that process over feelings and other people's feelings. So I feel like all of those things really ring true for me because I'm like, I just need to get this done. This isn't efficient. This isn't fast enough. This could be done better. We have other things to do. We have more time. And I'm very task oriented. I'm very goal oriented. And I need to get all of those.
I thought that was
things
just
done.
being from the East Coast. It's the Enneagram.
Right. So the extreme is that the ends justify the means, right? So it's not quite there, but you kind of lean towards that where you just have to get things done. And other things can suffer.
When I was answering some of these questions, I was thinking about the other day, I was in like a line for something and there were people cutting the line. And I was like, what is the point of a freaking line if you're just going to cut the line? Oh, it made me so angry. I was so mad.
Yeah.
I hate when people cut in line.
Yeah.
It is not fair.
Not fair. Adults
Nothing
should
but
not.
others.
No cuts, no butts, no coconut.
I think the other part that I didn't like hearing, which I don't know if it's saying anything about me or not, was beneath the surface. 3s have deep anxieties about their personal value. They feel that unless they maintain a certain position or image in life, they will be devalued, rejected, and tossed aside as worthless.
Whoa.
So you have a constant pressure to feel like you have it together.
Yeah.
To not
we don't
need
wanna
as much
tell you.
intimacy or personal support and to constantly perform at maximum efficiency.
Ours says
Wow.
3s fear being insignificant or a failure. To cope with this fear, they look for ways to win in life, reassuring themselves that they are valuable.
Yeah. Along the same lines.
All right, bitch.
You're valuable to us, Matt. You're more than just a
Thanks.
pretty face to us.
Thanks.
Maggie, does this stuff sort of ring true for you? My surprise 3?
I know.
I know.
I think that yes, and that's kind of why when I'm at work, like when I show up to work, there's like 12 things already that I need to get done.
Mm-hmm.
And I always feel like I'm behind. So I think it rings true for when I'm at work.
And when you're at home, chilling on a weekend?
Sometimes I have anxieties if I don't have enough to do. Interesting. And I have to fill my days. If I don't like intentionally plan out my days, I sort of get anxious that I'm not using my time effectively, which is why I love traveling. Traveling, you have to be super intentional about your time.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, why so many of us enjoy it. And the fact that you're in like a different place, but you are forced to be intentional with your time.
Wow. When Watts and I were dating, we once planned like 3 weeks in advance, planned a lazy day. We like bought special PJs to be lazy in and planned to order food and watch movies. We like planned out a day to not do anything because we don't ever not do anything.
Yeah.
That's really funny. And then like the day came and you're like,
What do I do?
you're bored.
What do I do?
We're going to watch 5 movies.
Yeah.
I was on TikTok. I was listening to a psychologist talking about how that feeling like you need to do something or being productive is actually kind of a effect of capitalism.
Yes, of
because
course it
your
is.
value is like what you have done and what you've provided. So that feeling of if you don't accomplish enough during a day, it's really because you're kind of ingrained in this, capitalist
sure.
society where your
Absolutely.
value is based on what you've accomplished.
Yeah,
what you are.
what output have you made for the economy
Exactly.
today?
Yeah.
And that's why people feel so lost over like Christmas break and like holidays. They're like, what do I do?
So much downtime. Yeah. You don't feel like you deserve it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What other pieces of 3 did you feel were like
Ring true to
you?
me.
Yeah.
All the way at the bottom, they have like your like pros and cons list, strengths and challenges, and a mantra.
The challenges probably it focuses
true.
too heavily on image. I think a lot of like worth and like your input and what you're giving back, I think rings true to me too. Like if I ever stop doing what I do, I don't know. I feel like I'd be anxious
Like
that I wasn't doing enough.
that you're not contributing enough or
Yeah.
serving others enough.
Uh-huh.
Mine also says there's an Enneagram wing 3W2, and that's a type 3 that also resembles a type 2 because they're outgoing, friendly, and enjoy work that serves others. And they have strong social bonds and thrives in careers like entertainment that serve others.
Good at adapting and improvising. I I don't know if I necessarily know how to work a crowd, but that is a strength of a 3.
Do you want to tell us about the 1?
Oh, absolutely.
one.
Yeah. Do you guys want to know what I am?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a 1, which is I was very surprised by this. I was a 3 when I took it 2 days ago.
Half glass of Chardonnay.
After a half a glass of Chardonnay.
That's all it
And
takes.
then
Take on
I
the
took it
world.
this morning, after trying to get here on time and being like, I still have to take this Enneagram test and, make sure that I read all the everything. And so I think I'm just having a 1 day because ones are defined by their belief that everything must be in order.
What's the title? Because it was like the skeptic, the enthusiast,
The reformer.
the reformer. Ooh.
It's like, Ariel, your life
Pilates.
is about putting things in order.
My life is about putting things in order. That is one of my core things.
Mine says the perfectionist, not the reformer for type 1s.
Yeah, I think I had perfectionist on mine too. And a feeling that they must always be right. That doesn't so much ring true, but actually, you guys are all looking at me like, yeah.
Yes, it does.
All right. Yep. Okay, so maybe
Others
I don't
see you
think I
versus
need
you
to
see
be
yourself,
right, but you
remember?
guys know that I need to be right.
I just spent the week watching you and Ned cook together and you being like, could we just do it my way, Ned? Could we just try my
That's
way?
true.
We heard
Remember the cone?
Remember the cone
so
situation?
Right. So
Yeah.
right. Maybe it's like after a week of doing that and just needing to be right and needing somebody to listen to me.
You needed a win.
Oh man. They show great commitment and determination to improve conditions that they find need improvement. Okay, that's me.
That's what you do.
And they are forward and encouraging others to improve their performance too.
Yes. You're very supportive.
Very supportive. I love improving environments. I love improving. I mean, people don't need improvement, but I love improving people. Like if somebody asks me for advice, I'm like, let me tell you.
She's like, I've been dying to tell you that.
She takes out a notebook.
So much to tell you. Yeah, exactly. No, you're so right. I am a 1. I really thought I was a 3, you guys, but I am so much a 1.
Maybe alcohol just empowers you to feel, that much more like you're accomplishing things.
You're so right. My core weakness is resentment.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good one.
Which also rings true. And I think that's also a Scorpio thing too.
Oh, definitely.
Like they like never forgive. And I feel like I'm constantly sort of brooding if somebody, does something or I like, feel like something isn't the way that it should be. I'm like, like
Because
the
you have to
person
be
in
right.
line, the person in line, I'm just like,
Oh, you don't like cutters.
You're wrong.
see you. I get like the twitch.
I get like that on the freeway. Merging lanes. Oh my goodness.
When people go along the side, I'm
It's like every other.
there
Can
are
everyone
rules
just
for
every
a
other?
reason.
Yeah.
Was there parts of it that you didn't identify with? Or things you didn't want to hear?
Yeah, what made
Like
you
me
feel the
feeling
most
worthless.
saucy? Matt's worthless. What are you?
well, this one.
We're going to cut that out as a cold open. Amazing.
Matt's worthless. What are you, Ariel?
This one says ones can harbor deep feelings of inferiority and frustration over their own perceived inadequacies. And rather than confronting these emotions, ones tend to suppress their anger.
Guys, we're all just children wanting to be loved deep
We
down.
are.
That's basically what it is.
You're
Yeah.
so right. Yeah.
And how it comes out.
This leads to continual resentment and irritation with others, with themselves, and with the world at large for not being good enough.
Wow. Be better, world.
Lower your expectations.
Be
Ariel.
better, world. Ariel, what's your mantra?
There is
I lied.
always something to improve.
Oh.
Interesting.
I feel like that's true of you. I feel like you're always striving to like improve yourself or others
Absolutely.
or surroundings.
Yeah. I mean, I was listening to an audiobook on the way here.
What'd you learn?
Called No Bad Kids.
Oh,
Janet Lansbury.
Yes. Yep.
We love.
I know. Yeah. I mean, you guys were all there yesterday when Ned did his like positive parenting thing.
Oh, yeah.
that was cool.
You should have seen it, Matt.
Aw.
Yeah. He was hitting me with a pom-pom. And I was like, this.
Was a lead.
And so I go, Ned, a little help. Because he's just like locked into the television. And he's like, okay, fine. And he comes over and he's like, Wesley, I can tell that you are frustrated. You know, it was very sweet.
Diffuse the situation.
Yes, but always striving to improve myself.
You're such a 1-1. I can't believe we ever thought you were a 3.
I know, but we did for a good day.
I mean, they're kind of related, right? If you're trying to improve things, you're like,
A go-getter.
you know,
They can talk.
or you're like goal oriented, you know.
Yeah.
Well, mine also gave me some famous people. That
Mine too.
This
Who are
is
your
good.
famous people?
Some good ones are Lady Gaga,
Cool.
She's a 3.
Taylor Swift,
She took your test?
Wow.
Okay.
right? Condoleezza Rice.
She's listed under our test too. She also took our test. Beyonce Knowles.
Yes.
So you're like a pop superstar,
Reese
Matt.
Witherspoon, Anne Hathaway,
You're a successful white
Ryan
woman.
Seacrest.
White man.
Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, Oprah's in there. There's some other ones like O.J. Simpson.
Okay, but what the hell is up with this?
Go
They
on,
also
go on.
listed Dawn Draper, Leslie Knope. These are not real
fictional
people.
Fictional people.
Yeah, fictional people. Yeah.
Let's see if mine.
They also have Kevin Spacey. You know, there's some people who, you know, some people achieve the wrong things. You know?
Some people.
don't achieve the good stuff.
I didn't get this far into the back, but there's like childhood origins of stuff where it says like at some point in their childhood, ones have convinced themselves that only the good and the right are lovable.
Take
very
it straight to your
Freudian, getting
therapist.
back there, huh?
Man.
A lot of this was very like reminds me of like therapy tests and stuff. Like my mantra for
Absolutely.
6s is I can't control what happens, but I can control how I think about it.
Oh, I love that. Does that feel good for you? How does that make you feel, Becky? How does that make you
It's
feel?
very reminiscent of the like your thoughts are or your feelings are real, but your thoughts might not be. You know what I mean? Wait, real thoughts that you're having, but they're
What's
not.
what's the mantra for a 3?
Core belief is in order to be worthy, I must succeed, or at least perceived to be successful. Oh,
Whoa. And how does that make you feel? Does that feel true?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag capitalism.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do yours talk about under stress?
Oh, mantra for 3s. I am loved. I am worthy, even when I fail.
Oh. Wait, what's that song? I am rich. I am that bitch.
I am rich. I am that bitch.
Yes, truth or truth.
That's like
You're like, that's the mantra I identify with.
Ariel's personal
That's the
mantra.
only one I remember.
Okay, Becky, tell us
Yeah.
about 6s.
6s are the skeptics. So yeah, main attribute is anxiety. Love to hear it. But they could also be described as self-confident, self-disciplined, conscientious, collaborative, engaging. Could also be described as passive-aggressive, pessimistic,
Oh no.
reliable.
Yes.
yeah.
It's a mixed bag.
Reliably pessimistic. Reliably passive
Reliably
aggressive.
pessimistic. Yeah. Anxious,
Yes.
nervous, needy. There's also 2 different kinds of 6s. So there's phobic and then counterphobic. So either you're like scared to do anything or you're like, I think it says that you need to like have other people to be able to do something. It's like really bad at individual decision making. Needs
Which
the
one are you?
confirmation.
Yeah, which one are you?
I would say probably bad at individual. Just I don't
That'd
like
be my
making the
guess, too.
decision. Matt's like, I know that's right. Yeah, I prefer other people to do it. And then let's see. Yeah, most of 6 is about like security, having security in like relationships, having security in like life,
That
and
checks
security in
out.
the world.
Because
Aren't we all, though?
you've been in like a long-term relationship
Yeah.
and so having security in your like you've had security in your relationship for a very long time.
Yeah, I love it.
You're very close to your
Thriving.
family.
Yeah, security
You know?
with my family. Yeah, very reliable, very loyal. The bad, find it hard to forgive mistakes. We know that's right. Struggles to remain calm during tense discussions. Certainly. Finds it hard to let go of unhealthy relationships. Truth or truth? I have to like rip the Band-Aid off.
Oh.
I've only ever told 2 people in my life that I didn't want to be their friend. And only one of them was to their face. The other one was via text.
Post-it
I was like,
note.
I can't do this. Actually, Matt, check your pocket. There's a letter for you.
Already called me worthless. And now.
For worthless Matt. I've changed my mind about our friendship. Yeah. But it seems, I think most of it like rings pretty true.
What are the best things about a 6? I feel like I've heard a lot of negatives.
I feel like we went.
the good things.
I feel like we went through the good things, but we were all like, yes.
Yeah.
And then we marinated too long. On the
Yeah. I think it's more like being reliable and dependable, trustworthy, conscientious.
Becky is always on time.
She's gonna. I was gonna say that
on time.
she and Keith, they're
Always
gonna
on
show
time.
up on time.
Yes.
Well, my 6 is when I feel secure. So like they give you when you're stressed or when you feel secure. So when I feel secure, I turn into a 6, basically.
Oh.
So it's like you talk about being less competitive with others. You're able to relax, work cooperatively, be able to offer support or be able to ask for help from people.
Yeah.
You don't put as much pressure on yourself.
Oh, none at all.
Not at all.
None at all, to be honest.
You trust others and build lasting bonds and relationships. So those are, all positive things. I feel like.
I am rich. I am that bitch.
I wish.
Tom Hanks, Princess Diana. Wow. Ellen DeGeneres, Woody Allen.
Oh no.
David Sedaris, Marilyn Monroe,
Mm.
Bono,
Cool.
There we go.
and Nora Ephron.
Cute.
I found my
Cute.
mantra, and I like it.
What is it?
I feel really good about this. Change what can be changed, accept what cannot be changed, and develop the wisdom to know the difference.
Isn't
like a
that
fortune
the
cookie.
AA? Isn't that the AA mantra?
It's a fortune cookie.
Grant me the serenity to change something. I see it on movies.
The things that I can
Yeah.
change and accept the things that I cannot, or
Yeah.
something.
Do you want to know famous ones?
What's up?
You want to know famous ones?
Yes.
Martha Stewart,
Hey,
You're going to jail.
RBG,
you going to
Michelle Obama, Nelson Mandela,
Okay.
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey?
So it sounds like you
Interesting.
should like run for office.
You think? I don't think I could ever run for office.
I'd vote for you two as like a power couple.
You think?
Yeah.
We could co-host
Yeah.
the role.
I could see you in
Co-host
both of
the
them in
world.
the White House.
Share it.
What do you think we should run for?
City comptroller.
City comptroller.
I want
I was
nothing
like, you have
to
to
do with
start
that.
local,
It's
Yeah.
like
Always how it
the
works.
bane of my existence when I get something from like the city. I'm like, are you a
Because it
fucking
means you have to pay
city
some money. That's what it means.
Comptroller
All
means
this
money.
city
You're paying
right
money.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually
Yeah,
it's
you
like
could
a,
be like
like a $2 fee for something that I didn't pay, and I'm like,
I feel like I don't have enough patience. I mean, you just heard about me. Efficiency.
You can start on the local level. You can be like an
goal-oriented.
alderman or what do they call them? Council people here.
I feel like I'd do better on like a board of something.
Yeah.
You know?
Board of
Alderman.
Education.
Alderman.
Yeah.
Board of
where we get to make decisions, but
Yeah.
we don't actually have to take responsibility for
Yeah,
any of the
exactly.
things that happen.
You could just
Right.
lead the meeting.
Give direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
City planning.
Yeah.
City planning.
That'd be fun.
Take down all the roads.
Everybody's walking.
Rebuild the whole thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear your growth tasks?
Oh,
That's at the
yes.
bottom.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Okay. I have it only for 3s, but you'll have to have it for 1s and 6s
Go
because
for
I
it.
didn't buy
I'll
those.
scroll.
Okay. Growth tasks for 3s. Get off the hamster wheel.
Mm.
Maggie, Matthew. Fail. Make small mistakes on purpose and notice how inconsequential they are. Throw the game. Throw the game. Remind yourself that you are more than your successes or failures and move on. Okay. Compete with only yourself. There will
always
always
try to
be
tell
someone better, more popular, or more successful than you.
Ouch.
Ouch.
So
Sorry, 3s. That's
How
not
is
like
that-
6s
How
says.
is that an opportunity for improvement?
You're never going to be the best kid.
You'll never be the best. There's always someone better.
Someone younger, better, smarter, faster comes along. All right, listen without an agenda. Focus on what really matters in your work, your relationships, and your leisure, and make time to pursue it. Set boundaries on work and goal achievement. And don't be afraid of intimacy. Try opening up to someone. Happiness comes from knowing that you are loved and accepted for all you are, not only what you do.
You are loved. Even if you're
I am
worthless, we love
loved.
you. You could have no worth in this world, and we would love you, Matt.
Thanks.
Maggie. Love
I
it.
always tell myself that when I'm like in a workout class. I'm like, you're competing with yourself, not other people. You know, because there's usually people that are like faster and stronger, and
Yeah.
they're like doing like 300 push-ups, and you can do like 5. You know,
Rude. What's yours, Ariel? What are your growth points?
Oh, the
20.
first one is so real. Pay attention to your judgment. This is your blind spot.
Like you have bad judgment?
Like being judgmental.
Oh.
Notice when you are thinking in terms of black and white, right and wrong, and actively seek out other sides of the story.
Oh, that's interesting.
see the gray.
Yeah.
See the
Seeing
gray. See the gray in the world.
Which for sure, that is my blind spot. I definitely see things in terms of like, I have to do this or I have to do this. And usually when it comes to like judging myself too, I'm thinking of like, oh, I did this thing and like now I feel bad about myself. You know, it's like, it's very black and white.
I feel like as we get older, you learn to see more of the gray. You know, 'cause especially when you're younger, it's right and wrong. You know,
Yeah.
so it's as you age, you kind of see all of the different colors of gray, different shades.
Yeah.
The 50 Shades of Gray.
Whoa. Saucy. Sauciness.
Yeah. And then be gentle with yourself. Spend some time listening to your inner critic and consider, are you making unfair judgments about yourself?
Are you Ariel?
It's like a very
Fuller?
meditative, I feel like,
is- yeah.
instructions.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely, yeah. I'm the hardest on myself.
Yeah.
You know, like I can be very judgmental, but I mostly am judgmental on myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Rebecca.
My tasks for development through the origin point are go with the flow. Not so good at going with the flow. Relax and learn to appreciate the process of your life instead of worrying about what could go wrong. Support others. Understand that you have much to offer others if you would only have faith in your skills. Thus, open yourself up. Opening up to others rather than fighting them or fleeing from them opens a new path to trust, humility, and self-assuredness. Try to relax in the security of your relationships instead of waiting for support to be withdrawn.
What are you fleeing from?
Everything.
On the run.
Oh, I'm on the run.
On the run.
I'm a rebel.
That actually gives like me a really good kind of perspective into how I can be a better friend too. You know, like since Becky is looking for like security, just making her feel secure in like your friendships and in your, you know,
That's true.
choices.
Yeah. I love when plans are kept.
Uh-huh.
You know, timeliness, very important. Very
Yeah.
important.
Is there a section on how to support a 6?
Let's see.
Right?
Best
Oh, I
way
bet
to
there is.
support.
Or like maybe if there's, you know, like with horoscopes where they have, you know, Tauruses are really great with Scorpios, you know, are like 3s really great with 6s.
I have superpowers. And
Go on,
blind
tell us
spots.
your superpowers.
My superpowers are vigilance, because I can see
You're a
disaster
vigilante.
coming from a mile away.
Vigilante.
Analysis. You wouldn't dream of doing something without thinking it through, and you typically have a deeper understanding of the situation than the people around you, simply because you take the time to really think about it.
You are a good like internet
thinker.
researcher. You know, you like really
Yeah.
will look deep. You know?
Sometimes you got to see.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to see the internet. Emotional awareness. So I'm aware of my emotions. And then my blind spots are pain avoidance, which who doesn't want, who would be like a pain seeker?
I'm sure there's people out there.
Yeah. It says, it said, I just avoid things that are difficult. Correct. Obedience, someone who always does what you're supposed to do, and security seeking. I looked at the thing. It was like, oh yeah, what this could have meant in your childhood. I had a very like secure childhood. I was like reading like I was like left
well,
often, but I wasn't left often. My
we-
parents were. I have two parents. It's raised in a 2-parent household, no divorce.
You know, okay, I'm analyzing you now.
Oh boy,
We've all heard the story about the Barbies, right?
I do have the Barbies.
Okay, so the Barbies, if you think about what that like what being given a Barbie that you can't open and
So you have to
saying
keep it
like
safe and secure
this
in the
is
box.
going to like this is for your future.
That's true,
This is
yeah.
going to be something that is very valuable for you
Yeah.
in the future, you know? And so it's like instilling that sense of like, you know, security at a young age. I don't know. I'm not a
At
psychiatrist.
the cost of the
Interesting,
restriction of not
right?
being able to play or enjoy this thing.
Wow.
I don't know.
Fascinating.
Mind blown.
By the way, Becky,
Or you're like left at preschool too many times, you know?
Yeah, tell Kim. You leave me.
Parents picked you up
your
too
mom
late and you were there all
works at
alone.
preschool, and she's like,
Like, did you leave me there too much? Did I live at
your
kindergarten?
Barbie deep dive ruined my TikTok algorithm. I get so much Barbie stuff now. And
Keith
I'm
was
just
like, Keith was
damn.
like, I don't think you understand how like TikTok works. He's like, you're not supposed to upload like 12 videos in like 30 minutes. And I was like, ugh, I don't care. I was like, I was on a roll. I was just
having
going
fun.
for it.
I have
Barbie
a
review.
question, Maggie. When you read about a 3, does that in any way inspire or motivate you to approach things differently? Like, does it inform your life at all?
No, I still feel like I'm gonna default to always feeling like I need to do something. That's something I've always kind of been trying to work on. Maybe not taking myself so seriously, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I feel like anyone can see a lot of themselves in a lot of the numbers though. don't know.
I also think
yeah.
that all of these sort of things, like I know RIP or not RIP, but this guy, but like when they talk about the love languages, I'm just like,
Oh yeah, fuck that guy.
fuck that guy. But I'm like, yeah, everyone needs all of those. Obviously, we're like whole human beings.
Yeah.
But with these, I'm like, yeah, obviously, all of us want to avoid like things that make us feel anxious or overwhelmed or like we're alone and don't have a secure partner. And all of us want to achieve things in our life. And all of us want like a peaceful existence and to have fun and to, you know. But I'm just curious if like seeing it registers anything that anyone would like change moving forward, recognizing like, oh, that's that tendency.
Can't change yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only grow.
I would say nothing was surprising to me. Like it was all things I'd either heard or kind of already known about in the past. Though there were some that I was like, this is a total contradiction. Like there were like, yeah, not a huge risk taker. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not a risk taker, but I take very like calculated risks. Like I'd do anything once just to do it. Just to do it.
But I think that, you know, the fact that they are calculated risks, you know,
That's
that you
true.
like heavily research something before
Yeah.
you take the risk.
So start researching ketamine for next week.
Oh boy.
You know what was very surprising to me is walking into this room and finding out that Matt and Maggie are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That like
I think you're very outwardly facing different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably have the same mental turn.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
you're like your motivations are similar. That's very, very interesting
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
Although, listen to this sentence, Ariel, and picture Matt and Maggie in your mind.
Okay.
Okay.
3s are
Holding
known
hands, walking down the
for being attractive, charismatic, and magnetic.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Come on.
That is so
magnetic,
nice.
magnetized.
That's all Matt.
Wait,
No.
they enjoy being admired and they work hard for it.
Oh, that's Matt.
See, but that's you too.
Maggie with
It's
her
just
cute
Yeah.
nails and her fuck me sweaters.
It's true.
It's Maggie
It's true.
and like
It is.
in
Yeah.
a different way.
It's
Right.
different, but
Yeah.
but like when you say that sentence, I can see that for both of you.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Like, do
Beautiful
you have
people.
French tip toes or do you have French tip toes?
Oh my God, don't look at my. I feel like a 90s mom. I have French tip toes. I was like, I'm going to do something different.
You're so cute.
Thanks.
I love it. Anyone else going to take this with them and change things? Ariel Fulmer.
Do I need to change this?
No.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah. Don't be so hard on
kinder.
yourself.
You know, I honestly feel like I have been working on not being hard on myself for the last like 5 years. You know, I'm constantly working on not being hard on myself, and I go through these cycles of, you know, being super hard on myself and like trying to be better and trying to change things. And then I swing in the other direction and I say like, Ariel, don't be so hard on yourself. Like just enjoy, living your life the way that it is and like focus on other things. And then it swings back to the other direction. It's like a pendulum. Does that happen to anybody else? Or is that just my like strive for perfection over here?
I mean, you are who you are, right? Like your past experiences kind of inform how you're going to react and kind of navigate the world. But I think the purpose of these tests is to bring more awareness to it, right? It's like a very meditative, especially your areas of improvement or wherever, we're very meditative, like just recognizing that thought is triggered and then letting it kind of pass and stuff.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I think letting go of resentment is a really big one for me because I do dwell, and I can keep resentment for a long time. I don't have any resentment for anyone.
Wondering.
No, don't you worry. Yeah,
she's like, not today.
Not today.
No. I have resentment for other things. I can't. Is it Ned? Sometimes it's Ned.
I mean, usually it's the person you're closest to.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's like your parents or your spouse.
No. I'm trying to think of any recent resentments for any of you all, there aren't any. Yes. No.
Your recent ones.
The old ones she's let go of by now.
Yeah.
Those are gone.
I had to work really hard to let go of all those past resentments.
Probably.
Looking at you.
Delete.
Yeah. I think most of the descriptors for all of us could go like back and forth on any given day or situation, like whether it would be a positive trait or something that could be worked on. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with being too prepared.
You're so right.
Because did you know you should sit within 5 rows of an exit on an airplane, just to let you know. That's your fun fact of the day.
Ooh. Do you always do that?
I had the same question.
Yes, 5 rows.
Even if you had to sit in a middle seat.
Even if you had to sit in a middle seat. You are more likely to survive a plane crash if you're within 5 rows of an exit. Because the main reason that people die on plane crashes, other than the initial plane crash, is they don't move. So someone next to you will form a line and get stuck, and then you're stuck, and then you're inhaling smoke.
Oh, no.
What? Becky, I've literally never considered it once.
Yeah.
Not once.
I mean, the exit row is like number one, but you have to be like very altruistic then and open the door and be like everybody first.
Do you ever sit in an exit row?
I do the exit row, but I get very nervous.
Yeah.
And I read the
when they ask
pamphlet.
you, like, ma'am, are you willing and able?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Yes, Sergeant.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 rows within an exit. Wow. And you're more likely to survive.
Never thought of
don't
it.
like that. Don't like that fact.
Escape.
Is it stuck in you now?
How many plane crashes on major airlines are there?
I mean, not that many
anymore.
in the U.S. I mean, other parts of the world, there's still quite a few.
What's one called? That new Boeing. That Boeing, I think, what's the one you're not supposed to get on in 888 or 777? One of them was taken off for like 2 years because it kept having problems. Yeah.
Yeah, with the navigation software stuff. Yeah.
Becky
I would
saw
say yes,
yellow
sir.
jackets and she was like, fuck this.
Yeah, but I would never go on a small plane. That's my number one. I'll never go on a small
What
plane.
about a helicopter?
You're never going to the Maldives. You're never going to little
What if we
islands.
like heavily researched it first and got on the best small plane that there could possibly
Just
be?
take your ketamine and then go on.
I also think like last year, or was it 2 years ago when Kobe Bryant died? You can't even protect a celebrity that big. Like, come on. He's one of the most famous basketball players of all time.
He was on like a helicopter, right?
Yeah.
Small aircraft. Don't get on them.
See. So you would never take like a helicopter ride over the Grand Canyon or something?
No, I can look at it.
She's like, I'll get my drone out.
I'll walk along it.
What if Keith got a pilot's license?
Oh, he would never. He doesn't like heights either. So that's okay. Never. Small planes, blah. Blah.
Small planes, blah.
Killed a Kennedy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's wrap it up. We want to know what other people's Enneagrams are, if we deciphered these correctly.
Definitely let us know in the comments what your Enneagram is, and if you feel like from listening to us as your hosts, if you feel like you were able to guess what our Enneagrams were, or were you surprised as we were to find out about each other's? We had a lot of we had a lot of fun taking this quiz. We're gonna try and do another one of like a Myers-Briggs, maybe see what else is out there in the world. If there are any tests that you would like us to take, you can email us at youcansitwithuspod@gmail.com with any of your suggestions. But until then, download, like, subscribe, wash your hands, pee after sex, get vaccinated, get boosted, don't cough on anyone. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.